Today we're going to be going over the fastest loot farm in Borderlands 4 to be able to get all of the legendaries and purples that your heart could desire incredibly fast. It only takes just a few seconds to be able to defeat this boss. This is a fantastic farm to be able to upgrade your character at any point in time, and you can do it pretty much at the beginning of the game. And also we're going to be going over how to get those sweet golden keys to be able to open up these glorious chests to be able to get some of the best items in the game. We're going to go over that in just a second because we kind of want to save those golden keys for a little bit later in the game, or when your armor and weapons and stuff like that is falling behind. But the first thing that you're going to want to do is obviously get into free roam, and one of the first bosses you're going to be fighting in this open world area is going to be down here in the splash zone. Now, there are two guaranteed legendary drops from here. One of them is the Rapid Jelly Grenade Ordnance. I've gotten two of these already. I've gotten two of these grenade ordinances right here with these self-replicating. I got one with 5 charges, which is actually pretty good, but I'm using this one right now because it does a little bit more damage and it reduces my grenade cooldown. And then the other one is the Barrage Protein-Rich Fireworks. This is actually amazing, especially when you combine both of these together. You can deal so much damage, and it's a massive boost to your character, especially early on. Now, the great thing about this shield is it has bundled. On kill spawns missiles that home in on nearby enemies and deal 307 damage, and it spawns a lot of these missiles. Now, this one also has power booster on it that drops these little power boosters that can increase my gun damage by 10%. And missile swarm, so on armor segment break, launch 3 missiles, each dealing 61 damage. Now, we can show this shield and grenade in action by just hopping into here. The first thing we're going to do is kill this guy right here, and you'll see the fireworks come out, and they'll actually do a ton of damage to the boss alone. The amount of damage just from killing people and the damage to the boss is actually insane. And that's all just coming from my shield equipped. And we just got another legendary right there. This is going to be a Barrage Dodgy Fireworks one. This is the exact same with the bundled and missile swarm, except this time we have evasive on it. So when damage enemies, 5% chance to grant 10% movement speed for 5 seconds. You can redo these bosses as much as you want, and what we're going to be doing is unlocking the stock room silo here as a fast travel point. So we're just going to fast travel here, and one of the things that I do recommend doing before you go and start farming this up is if you do have some extra SDUs, I would recommend leveling up your backpack. I've already got 5 out of 8. This allows you to just farm it up as much as you want without having to go back and forth. But once you get this silo unlocked, you're just going to jump down to this area right here. Now, your first time, if you really just want to make it a little bit easier on yourself, you can open up your map and you can kind of mark this, but it's just directly south from here. You can just pin it. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to launch ourselves off of this, and don't hit the spacebar, just hold the direction button, because then you can actually fly directly over to the boss location. Now, we're going to be going right down into this spot right here. And I think I might have already cleared out all of the mobs in this area, but if there is anything here, just go ahead and clear them out. Now, once you are here and you've cleared out this little area, you can farm up this boss to your heart's content. It's going to cost 7,800 cash to be able to click this encore, but once you click that, you're going to make plenty of money from this farm to be able to do this pretty much as you want. This boss is just going to spawn, and we can kill it very quickly. That's why I like this boss. Makes life exceedingly easy because you can kill it in just a few seconds, especially once you start getting some of these better items that can actually drop from here. Let's see if we get a legendary on our first one. Oh, we got a purple though. And then you can pick up as much of this stuff as you want to be able to resell it. I only really pick up the purples and the blues, but really what all you have to do is just jump out of here, and then you can go right back to the encore, and you can run back in and do it as many times and as quick as you want. Once you start getting better gear, it just goes faster and faster and faster, and the farm gets really easy. Let's see what we get from this kill, if we can actually knock him out here. Come on, where are my legendaries at? Just blues that time. At most, it takes me about 30 seconds to be able to kill it, which really isn't that bad, considering there's a pretty high chance of getting legendaries from this, at least from what I've seen. Now, even if you don't use this for farming up legendaries, you can do this at any point in time if you just feel like your weapons are becoming a little bit subpar and you don't feel like you're doing nearly as much damage, or you just don't have any weapons that you are particularly enjoying at the time. You can use this to be able to farm up weapons that you do like quite a bit more. So, I mean, look, it only takes seconds to be able to actually do. And it's just a fantastic location for being able to upgrade your character at any point in time. Once your inventory is full, You can do a couple of different things. You can fast travel directly back to here and just sell everything directly at the silo, and you just keep running this until you get the weapons or items that you want. But I kind of ran into a spot where I just didn't have any weapons that I really liked using, and this was a lifesaver for actually getting some weapons that I really enjoyed using. The weapons that drop from these bosses will be scaled to your current level, as will the boss, but it is just in general the easiest boss to kill. Now there is a little bit of a bug currently with the inventory. When you go to click on something, it doesn't actually show your inventory all the time, so make sure to keep that in mind before you dispose of everything, because there is just something weird with the inventory, so just keep that in mind. Make sure you double check and let it load before you just go ahead and sell everything at one of the vending machines. Now let's talk about these golden keys. These golden keys will be opening up these golden chests you can find in the main hubs throughout the game. The first one you're going to be encountering is inside of here at the launch pad, which you unlock very early in the game. And there is a golden chest in here that we can open. Now to be able to get these golden keys, we need to redeem some codes. These codes are limited time, and some of them do expire, but all you need to do is just go into the menu. You can go to Shift, and then you can go to the rewards here, and you can claim, and you can paste in these codes to be able to redeem them. This is one of them. I'm going to leave them in the description so you can copy and paste them into your own game. But if you click the redeem button, we should be able to get a golden key here. If we go to the reward history, we'll see that we got a golden key for Borderlands 4. Now I do have one more of these, so I have a total of 2 golden keys that you can get from this video. And now if we approach one of these golden chests, we can use our keys. Now do keep in mind that I would recommend saving these golden keys until you are level 50. I am only level 14, so this is going to be a little bit of a waste, but I'm going to go ahead and use one of these right now just so you can see what is inside. We got one legendary here. We got a concussive slippy grenade ordnance. And we got a bunch of other purple weapons. This is actually a really decent sniper rifle for me right now. We got sniper rifles. You can get a lot more than just one legendary from this if you're very, very lucky. Fortunately, I only got one. But I do recommend saving these golden keys until you're level 50 to help boost your character right when you get to level 50. Now, one more tip you can use when doing this farm is when you're going to sell your items and you're looking through the things that you actually like. If you don't want to sell it, you can click into it and you can favorite it. So if you favorite this, you actually won't be able to sell it. And that way you can quickly just dump all of your loot into the vending machines when you go to them. And you don't have to worry about potentially selling any of the weapons that you want to use or aren't sure if you want to be using them right now. So definitely make sure to use the favoriting feature. Now, if you're also interested in keeping an eye out for any of these keys for the future to be able to get your golden keys, I recommend following Randy Pitchford on Twitter, as well as the official Gearbox Twitter page too. And just check this every once in a while for new keys to be able to claim stuff. I'm sure there'll be things on their website as well. But thank you all so much for watching. I really do hope this helped you get your character a little bit stronger at the beginning of the game. Let me know how lucky you got with your legendaries, and we will be covering lots more Borderlands 4 content in the future. So make sure to keep an eye out on the channel, and hopefully I will see you all in the next one.